Hey everybody, it is Orletha with 20 Dishes. I am happy to be here today with you. And today I will be sharing one of my absolute favorite kid-friendly meals, but you know, the kid-friendly, I put that in quotes because I usually eat most of it. Whatever, telling on myself. While we are waiting for folks to jump on, hey, whoever that is, I'll give you a little bit about my story and how I came to 20 Dishes. I was sick, I was morbidly obese, and covered in eczema. Yes, head to toe, like admitted in Mayo Clinic because I looked like I was deep fried. And I was also, as a result, morbidly obese of, being sick. When you are malnourished, your body doesn't know what to do. So I was sick. I did have gastric bypass and then ended up gaining the weight back and still being sick, still being covered in eczema, still having tendonitis in my Achilles. So I found real food because I knew that I needed to find an answer, and that was 20 Dishes. And I knew that 20 Dishes would make a difference in lives because it helps get you in and out of the kitchen faster, and that's why we do these videos. So if you want us to keep doing more of these videos, like, love, share, what is the other one? Laugh, haha, that one. Thumbs up, whatever, to give us an idea of what you want us to keep doing. So while we're speaking about my favorite kid food, that I do sneak my kids' food, what's your favorite kid food? Go ahead and chime in. For me, it is chicken fingers. I love it, but I don't love all the junk that is usually associated with chicken tenders and chicken fingers and chicken nuggets, whatever that is. So I make my own. And today I'm going to be sharing my recipe. I am going to pop a link in this video. As soon as I'm done with this video, I will pop the link to the recipe in there. So what is your favorite child kid-friendly food? Then again, with the air quotes. Why can't I stop doing that? I don't know. Anyway, also wanted to let you know that I will be using oat flour today to coat my chicken fingers. And so oat flour, it is our 20 Dishes oat flour. It's available over on the site, and it is on sale this week. Yay! You can get 15% off and free shipping on all of our gluten-free flours, not just that one. So if you are AIP, following autoimmune paleo, we have a bundle over there that will knock your socks off. And it includes plantain flour. Yes, and it's delicious. So, and it's all hand-milled, it's local, it is all local. I actually go to the place myself. So grab those flours. I'm waiting for my oil to get up to temp. Oh, good, it is. Because a couple of things about frying before we get going here is you do not need a deep fryer. Look, I have a cast iron skillet, and you do not want to use an oil that is low smoke point. So I'm using my cast iron skillet. I'm using tallow, which is beef tallow, which is beef fat. It has really nice high smoke point. And I'm using a nice little thermometer because you want to keep your oil right around 350. 350 degrees will give you a beautiful crispy skin. So let's get started. The way that I do my chicken fingers is I use egg whites. So I am going to use my egg whites. Let me grab a little jar. Of course, me and my jars, right? My husband's probably cringing right now. He's like, oh my God, another jar. Because right now I'm just going to put my egg yolks in here because I will eat them tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to crack my egg. I have a little egg separator. If you don't want to use an egg separator, you can totally use whatever you want. The eggshells, you can use those to separate your eggs. But I'm just using my egg separator because it's a little bit easier for me. You can use your shells, the halves, but I always, no matter what, I don't know what I'm doing, but I always end up with eggshells in my whites, which if you end up with eggshells in your whites, you can always use the other shell, the remaining shell, to get to get your eggshells out of there. The white on this one is like, I don't want to let go. It's just not letting go. All right, so I'm going to give that a little bit of a shake there. It is lunchtime, and my kiddos will probably want to eat eventually. So I'm just going to put this in the sink, pop a top on this, and pop it in the fridge. There we go. And now to this, I'm always, let me turn that down. Always check your thermometer. Again, you want to keep it around 350. If you don't have a thermometer, get one. Not expensive. I'll put a little bit of hot sauce in my egg whites. It gives it a nice little flavor. So good, right? You want to always make sure that you are flavoring every ingredient that is going to be on your chicken fingers. Now this is my oat flour. Look at that, it's kind of cool. And again, it is on sale at 20 Dishes, 15% off and free shipping this week. I'm just going to add some seasoning to that because you do not want to not season your flour. This is my all-purpose seasoning. I make a big batch of it. If you're a 20 Dishes member, just go search for Miss O's seasoning. You'll find it. I make a bunch of it, and we keep it in an airtight container, and we just make sure that it is nice and seasoned there. All right, so I got that seasoned. And now another trick to making great chicken tenders is to not pull it straight out of the refrigerator and straight into the fryer. One, you're gonna get uneven frying, and two, you're not gonna get that nice crispy coating. So you never wanna do that. You wanna take it out about 15, 20 minutes before you're gonna fry and let it come to room temperature. Mine has been out for about 20 minutes because I knew I was gonna do this video. So I am going to put these right in the egg whites and then put them in my flour that is seasoned and then drop them in the oil. All right, so here we go. I am going to get rid of this fork because I don't need it. That was loud. And I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning on my chicken tenders because you never want to just go with straight non-seasoned meat. That's always not a good idea. And here we go. I'm just going to make sure that those got a nice little coat on them of seasoning, and I'm going to dip them. Remember, wet hand, dry hand. So wet hand is what's going to go into the wet, and your dry hand is what's going to go into the dry. This will stop you from looking like, you know, the monster with the monster fingers. And that way you don't have to wash your hands every 4 seconds trying to get them off and clean. All right, so I'm just going to wet hand, dry hand these, drop them in. And another thing you want to avoid is crowding. So I'm going to do about 5 or 6 of these little tenders at a time. Just going to drop them in my egg whites first, and then right in the bag. So that was one of those. I'll do one more. I stopped counting. I can't count and talk at the same time. I know. It's a skill that I missed. So I'm going to rinse my egg hand. And then I'm going to come back over there and drop those chicken tenders right in. I'm going to give them a shake. This usually is my kids' job, this part right here, because they absolutely love this part. But I get to do it today. Yay! Come on over, Kelly. All right, so I'm just going to drop those in. Again, making sure your temperature stays at about 350. Making sure those are all nice and coated. There we go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. All right. So you don't really need one of those fancy schmancy deep fryers. You just need a good cast iron skillet or a Dutch oven like I'm using here, or you can use a skillet, totally up to you, and a nice oil with a high smoke point. All right, so I'm going to let those fry up. Oh, type of oil I'm using is tallow, and if you don't know what tallow is, it is beef tallow, beef fat, and I have a farmer, so we grabbed some from, they actually give it to us, so we don't even have to pay for it, but you always want to use the oil with a high smoke point because, again, if you're frying at something like 350, that's pretty high. You do not want to use olive oil. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love frying in olive oil. Well, it's really not that great for you. So you want to use an oil with a higher smoke point. Olive oil will, first of all, it's a waste of money because that's a lot of olive oil and that is not going to be cheap. But it's also going to leave your chicken kind of bitter tasting. So you don't want to use olive oil. And it also starts to break down at higher temperatures, so you don't want to use olive oil. You always want to use something with a higher smoke point. You can fry in coconut oil. I know some people who fry in coconut oil because of its high smoke point. And if you don't like the coconut flavor, look for refined coconut oil, and that will not have that strong coconut flavor. Also, while we're waiting for these to fry up, should be up in a few minutes. I get to eat. Be sure to take a look at Kelly's video if you didn't get a chance to see Kelly's video. It is not over there. Over there is my pantry. But Kelly made sugar cookies in a jar yesterday, and they look amazing. So be sure to take a look at Kelly's sugar cookies in a jar, because those are amazing gifts. Where can you get tallow? You can, if you have a farmer, if you don't have a farmer, you can Google where to find tallow locally. You can buy it online, you can buy it on Amazon. You can also get a larger amount of coconut refined oil. I like Tropical Traditions. I like the way they source their coconut oil, so you can totally get that there too if you're looking for refined coconut oil. So those are a couple of places to get those things. Again, thanks guys for hanging out. And for liking. I love that you liked it. That was fantastic. Tongs. If you don't have a pair of tongs, I think every kitchen needs like 4 pair. These are my short pair. The other ones gotta be in the, must be in the dishwasher. Yep, they are. All right, so I'm just gonna take a look at my chicken. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. It's starting to, oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys my chicken and see if I'm not gonna, I'm gonna bring you over here. I'm gonna put it over here. Remember, never, ever, ever drain your chicken, fried chicken especially, on paper towels. That's just, that's like making it all crispy and golden, only to make it all soggy. So what I do is I put a cooling rack over a cookie sheet or a pan, and that will let the oil drip off of your chicken without letting it sit in a big puddly mess, because that is just, you don't really want that, right? Okay, so I am going to just take this out, put it on my little rack here, and then I'll show you guys once it stops dripping, because I don't want it on my floors. They've been mopped. Ooh, yes, they've been mopped. All right, so while I wait for that oil to come back up to temperature, because again, you want it at 350, I am going to show you just how beautiful this chicken is. Look at that crispy chicken. Oh my goodness. And that is that's made with oat flour and fried in tallow and seasoned very well. So, oh good, you can get it from US Wellness Meats online. Awesome. Thanks, Kel. So that is how quick you can make some chicken fingers. My kids may or may not get any of these. Just saying. I already told them it's on video. It's on Facebook, so it must be real. So remember to like, love, and share these videos. We love doing them for you. We want to make sure that you're getting what you want. If you have questions or comments, or you want a favorite junk food made for you, not junk food, but some type of kid-friendly food, let me know your favorite one in the comments, and I would love, 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 love to make them for you. I had to adopt a lot of kid-friendly foods for our eating lifestyle, so if you're looking for something and you can't find it, let me know. I would totally love to do it. Let me make sure my oil's not, yeah, still not even back at 300, which is again why you don't want to fry straight out of the fridge. If you do it, you're going to drop your temperature and it won't be crispy chicken. And this is some crispy, crispy chicken. Hold on, let me see. They're not getting that. All right, guys, so I would love to help you out. So whatever comments, questions you have. Look, I yell at my kids for talking with food in their mouth, and here I am. Comments, questions, like, share. We love it. Aw, thanks, Myrna. You are adorable too. And I love you and your recipes. I'm sure I would. And Letitia, where do I get tallow? You can totally get it at US Wellness Meats. Thanks, Kelly, for letting me know about that. And if you have ever never fried, if you've never had tallow, fry sweet potatoes in some tallow. You may never, ever, ever want sweet potato fries a different way ever again. And just a little bit of history on tallow is that McDonald's used to use tallow back in the day, back in the 50s, when they first started and first opened, and they used to use tallow for their French fries. So and they stopped probably in the 80s, stopped using tallow because they wanted to move to a vegetarian type thing, and got all weird on us. But their fries used to be ridiculously good when I was a little girl, and I remember that. And so if you've never had French fries in tallow, oh boy, you are in for a treat. And so if you are choosing to fry your chicken, making sure my temperatures, wow, still hasn't come back up. Oh, because I turned my fire down. That makes sense. Tallow makes amazing chicken. It's great to fry in. I also, yes, U.S. Wellness Meats. Ooh, say that really fast. So I fry a lot of things in tallow. We fry our turkey in tallow. We fry chicken. It's just a really great, and it's also great for your skin. So dual use. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. Like, love, share. Haha, whatever that button is called. I don't know. And I will see you guys next week. Have a great and amazing weekend. Bye.